everybody! I am Victoria from Most Potent Books, and today we are going to do the Umbrella Academy book tag. And in case you've been living under a rock, the Umbrella Academy is a TV series that is made by Netflix, and it is like on there the first season and it's super great. It is from a graphic novel, I think, from the beginning. I'm not really too sure about it, but I watched the whole thing, I loved it, I thought it was great, I thought it was super funny. Really super funny. That was a hard thing to say. But yes, so I'm here doing this book tag for you guys. Now, the book tag with the prompts that I will be using was created by Anna from It's My Birthright, with right as in like W-R. I will be linking to her video down below in case you're interested. Oh, and in case you thought I was wearing this like super cute vintagey outfit with my new skirt, you are, well, you're right, but you're also pretty wrong because I'm wearing pajama pants under my skirt. So the first prompt is hello, and for that you're supposed to pick a first book in a series that was like the best first book ever. So with that prompt I have decided to go with the Hunger Games, and that is really like, I can't even, they're so shiny, my Hunger Games books. But yes, this is the Hunger Games, the first one, because this is the book that made me fall in love with books again. And I just have such a love for it, and the whole theme and the characters and the dystopian type era thing, I don't know, it's just great. And it is also the best book in that series because it just went haywire after that. But they're still, all of them are still really good, don't get me wrong, I love this series so much, but the first book is definitely my fave. So for number 2 you have the Hargreaves Children, and for this one you're supposed to pick a big book family. So with that in mind, I picked the Blackthorn family from the Dark Artificer series, and I picked this family because it is a big one. They have loads of children, such a heartbreaking family story, and you know, I just loved it. I think that the characters in this family are super kind to one another. They really take care of each other, and they show so much support for one another and for like other people that are not family members but they become family, kind of like Emma and now Christina as well. So yes, I'm just super in love with this family. I feel like it's like the best big book family, and you know, after all of their heartache and everything bad that they've been through, they still manage to find love for one another and get together and take care of each other and cherish each other. So yes, that's it. That's all I had to say about this. So the third prompt is the world ends in 8 days, and for that you're supposed to pick a book that, if there were 8 days left in the world, like the last book that you would want to read. And for this, no surprise guys, I went with Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone because it's quite a short read as well, so I feel like I could read it maybe 2 times before I died or maybe even 3 if there are 8 days. I love this book so much, and it is the first book that I read on my own. So the next one is Space Boy, and for this you're supposed to pick a character that plays the leader but shouldn't really be the leader, that like they're not really cut out for it. And for this prompt I picked Cardan from The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King because I feel like he is not leader material because he is too controlled by his feelings, so all of his choices are made from anger or, you know, love and stuff, and I just feel like that wouldn't be the best interest for everybody. So yeah, that's basically what I went with for this one. And also, like, he makes stupid and rash choices which aren't very good in somebody that needs to be in charge of a whole country. So number 5 is Throwing Knives, and you're supposed to pick a literary weapon that you would want to wield. And for this one I picked Sting from The Hobbit, like the Bilbo Baggins elven sword that he has. It's so cool, and it lights up in danger times and when goblins are near, and oh, it's just so cool, and I would really like to have my own, and you know, it's just cool. And I think it's like one of my favourite weapons ever. Maybe like Isabella's whip would be number 2, maybe, but I feel like this is more me, and also I'm in my lottery mood still, so yes. Okay, so number 6 is I Heard a Rumour, and for this one you're supposed to pick a book with a misleading plotline. And this one was really hard for me to choose, and I couldn't really figure out like what I really wanted to do for this, so I just went with a book that I thought was about something because of the plot summary on the back. And it turned out to be something completely different, and that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. And the thing is, like, I didn't read this book because I thought it was like super uninteresting because of the plot summary that I read and sort of went with. So yeah, it took me quite a while to actually read this, but now that I have, I am super excited for getting into Lily Blue, Blue Lily, or whatever order that is. I can't remember the order of that title. Was about Blue seeing Gansey as a ghost and then her basically just hanging out with him as a ghost, but that isn't really true. But that's what I thought it was about, and yes, so that was kind of misleading for me, and that is what I went with for this prompt, basically. So for the next prompt, it just says Klaus, and you're supposed to pick a book that features dead people or ghosts or anything in that type of like theme. And I went with The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, and it's about this boy named Bod Owens, and he lives in a graveyard and stuff happens. That is what I can tell you without spoiling anything, basically. No, but like I can tell you, Bod's parents were murdered by a man named Jack, and he lives in a graveyard because Jack can't get to him if he's in the graveyard, basically. And if you want to know more about that, then you have to read the book. Next prompt is The Boy. He's supposed to pick a book that has something to do with time and time travel and messing with timelines and whatnot. So for this I went classic style, and I picked The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Yeah! And this is like one of the first science fiction books ever written, and you've probably heard about it. It's about this guy that has invented a time machine. He goes, travels, I think he travels both front and back, towards like forward in the future and then back into the future. I'm not sure, but anyway, it was a long time ago I read this, okay? But yes, it is a great book and I really recommend it, and I enjoyed reading it a lot. So the next one is Vanya, and you're supposed to pick a character with buried potential for this one, and this one was literally so hard for me to choose, but I feel like I went with a good one. I feel like I did anyway. I picked Arsinoe from Three Dark Crowns by Kendall Blake, and well, I'll just say it like this. Okay, Arsinoe struggles with the power that she thinks she has and like everybody else thinks that she has, and she's been struggling like this. She gives up so much and she tries to do so much to like keep in with this sort of thing with her power, to like be able to control her power and, you know, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden she wakes up one day, well, maybe not all of a sudden, but she wakes up and apparently she has another type of power and she's super powerful and nobody knew about it, so buried potential, basically. But yes, this is also a great book if you're interested. If you haven't heard about it, it's about 3 sisters with 3 different powers who have to fight each other to become like the queen. Yeah, it's like, it's super brutal, but it's really good. Yes, so that's it. So number 10 is Luther and Allison, and for this one you're supposed to pick a questionable literary couple. And for this one I went really, like, they aren't exactly a couple as of right now. I've only read the third book, up until the third book, so I'm not really sure, but the thing is that many people ship them together, so I'll just talk about it anyway. And this one is the Red Queen Saga, Can You Guess It? It's Mare and Maven together, and it's just like, no, for me it's like a huge no-no. I mean, he put her in a cage, people, like, like, how can people ship this? I don't understand. I know that he has like psychological problems because of his mom and stuff, you know, but still. The 11th prompt for this is Hazel and ChaCha, and for this you're supposed to pick a deadly duo, and I went with a good one for this one, guys. Wait, I went with Manon, Blackbeak and Abraxos because they are just like the best team ever, and they're super deadly. They can wreak havoc in like 2 milliseconds, and I love them together. They are super, they know exactly what the other one needs to like challenge everybody and stuff. I'm just super in love with these two as a team. Last prompt is Goodbye, and for this you're supposed to pick the best finale, and for this I went with, in my honest opinion, this would be Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, because it's just like the perfect book ending. Ah, my god, I can't even, like, I can never stop talking about this book, okay? It's so great, everything is just so crazy, and the last 100 pages just had me going like this the whole time and sweating through my shirt and everything. I was panting, I think, when I read the last page because I was like crying so much. I couldn't breathe. It was really bad, you guys. But yes, Crooked Kingdom was the best finale to any book series, duology, whatever. The best finale, in my honest opinion, would be Crooked Kingdom. Also, rest in peace, Matthias Alvar. Oops. Okay, so that was it for this video, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then give it a big thumbs up and or subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And yeah, thank you so much to Anna from It's My Birthright, that's it. Hard name to remember, but still, thank you so much for sharing this book tag, and I had such a blast filming it, and like I said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Just need to look up the prompts. Okay, so, and like, not like that I actually read on my own, not like kitty